Hi, I'm JP Caspers. I am a co-founder of Vintage Threads.
I am Rio Jorgensen.
I'm Josh Dornier.
I'm Justin Mullins.
I'm Brandon Holocaust.
We are Vintage Threads. So we have Rio, who is our head curator and our marketing VP.
Hi, I'm head curator. Curating means like going through all the good clothes and bad clothes and taking the good clothes and selling that.
Me, I am the head of marketing. I do online stuff. I control marketing and online stuff. And then we have Brandon, our head of sales.
I manage all the sales channels and also make sure our company stays profitable.
And then we have Josh, our CEO and CFO.
I manage most of the projects of the company, and I also keep track of our budget and our spending.
And last but not least, we have Justin, who is our head website designer and CTO.
I handle the day-to-day operations of the website and all the technology-based products.
I'm Rio again. At about middle school age, I became very invested in clothing and more mentally invested than economically invested. So I had to shop at like thrift stores to get most of the stuff that I really wanted. A big issue with thrift stores though is it has weird smells, it's inconvenient, and you never really know what you're gonna get when you go in there. So at Vintage Threads, we'd like to alleviate those issues.
At Vintage Threads, we offer value to our customers in two different ways. First is our e-commerce platform. This is where we sell clothes on our website. Our curators go out to thrift stores and they pick out the items that should be priced higher than they should be. Secondly, we have our Vintage subscription service, formerly known as Vintage Concierge Club. This is our personal shopper. There's a $15 initial fee, which covers the labor, the shipping, and the curation fee. We then send them a customer profile survey, which they fill out so that we can send them a personalized box of vintage clothing. They then have a 1-week grace period where they can choose to buy or not buy the clothes. If they buy them, they do it through our website, and if they don't buy them, they send them back to us so we can put them back on our e-commerce platform so that the clothes are never wasted.
What makes us unique and better than the rest of the competition at Vintage Threads is our knowledge and our ability to pick out the clothing that we know is marked at below its true value and then sell it at a profit. And so what we created and what is on the screen right now is an outfit that Rio has personally curated this year, and the numbers in red represent the amount of money he managed to pick out the clothing for, and the numbers in green represent the amount of money that he managed to sell the clothing for. Now, as you can see, when you're dealing with vintage, unique, one-of-a-kind clothing, you're dealing with substantial profit margins because of the rarity and the scarcity of each of the clothes. And we'll be using our website, which will be easy to access and simple to use for our customers, to sell our solution.
So the customer segment that we've been able to identify is men aged 15 to 44. And within this market segment, we've been able to identify two separate ones, which is on the older side, which would be closer to 44 years old, is the people that would be more willing to spend higher prices on vintage clothing. And this is because it has nostalgic value. Maybe they'll buy a concert shirt that they maybe had when they were younger from a concert that they went to. And the younger side would be people that are looking to stand out and wear something that makes them unique. So to get customers, first of all, we would use social media like Instagram and Facebook to acquire new customers. We would contact influencers within the vintage clothing community, and they would also review our products and put our name out there to make us more well-known. And also vintage clothing forums, which is a place that's very popular for vintage clothing enthusiasts to meet up and talk about vintage clothing. To keep our customers, we'll be using newsletters and email updates that we'll be sending out periodically to our customers, and this will be what we use to keep our customers updated with what's going on in our company. And also, we'll use subscriptions to keep our customers coming back for more and always getting new vintage clothing. And then to grow our company, we'll be using referrals. We'll be incentivizing our current customers to refer new customers to our company. And we're also using eBay right now to get a high amount of traffic to our clothing and our name in general on eBay, and cross-selling our subscriptions to our e-commerce, so our customers could be part of both of those services. So to calculate our total addressable market, first we took the men aged 15 to 44 in the US, which we were able to calculate through the US Census Bureau statistics. We multiplied that by 10, which is the calculated amount average per year that vintage clothing enthusiasts will buy clothing. And then times 15, which is the average price per product that we'll be selling at. So through that, we've been able to calculate just under an 18 billion total addressable market. And then to calculate our serviceable addressable market, we took that number and took 70% of that, which is the percentage of Americans that shop online, and then 28% of that number, which is through our surveys, we've been able to identify as the amount of people interested in vintage clothing. And that comes out to around $3.5 billion for our serviceable addressable market. And we've already been able to capture a certain amount of this market share through our eBay sales and our minimum viable product.
Our main competitors include Trunk Club and flea markets. Trunk Club sends out monthly, bland, and boring clothes that isn't unique. We send out unique clothes that are personalized for the shopper. At flea markets, they do have vintage clothes, but it's very disorganized, there's heavily varying quality, and it's usually like tattered or beaten up, where at Vintage says we always guarantee that it's going to be like in the best condition it can be.
At Vintage Threads, we've been able to identify two main costs. We have our cost of goods sold and our selling and general administrative costs. Included in our cost of goods sold is the price of our merchandise, the amount of money it'll take to ship out the clothing, and the time it takes to curate the clothing, which we've described as labor fee. For our SG&A costs, we have included the amount of money it'll take to upkeep and maintain our website and any advertising or marketing campaigns we decide to run. We'll be bringing in money through two different ways, which is our e-commerce sales and our eBay sales, and also our Vintage Concierge Club personal shopper subscription. And our projections have been estimated through our current sales that we've already been managed to capture on eBay, and they are as follows. So for year one, we project $18,000. For year two, we project $36,000, and for year three, we project $72,000. We're assuming we're going to be able to double our company because we'll take the money that we make selling our merchandise and reinvest it back into our inventory, and then we'll take that money and reinvest it back into hiring more curators, which will allow us to broaden the area that we source our inventory and allow us to expand and grow our company exponentially. On the graph above, the blue represents the revenue, the white represents the gross profit, which is the revenue minus the COGS, and then the green represents the net profit, which is the revenue minus all expenses. And if we were to get funded, our main priorities are to establish our company as a legal entity in the form of an LLC, open up a Vintage Threads bank account so that we can store all the revenue in one location, and finish setting up the e-commerce platform on our website. If we were to receive more funding, we would continue to develop our website, purchase equipment for taking better pictures, as those are very important when selling anything visual-based, such as studio lighting and a nicer camera, and continue to grow our inventory. And if we were to have more money left over, we would invest it into hiring more employees in the form of curators, marketing the clothing, and running more marketing campaigns, and then branding our company in the form of a new logo and maybe Vintage Threads clothing labels so that we're able to differentiate ourselves from the competition. Thank you very much for listening. We enjoyed it. We hope you're as excited about our company as we are.